Say E A G L E S. Eagles. Say fly, Eagles fly. You're at what's going on, man? You know who it is, you know what it is. Your boy Fully Fresh, aka the General here reporting for duty, man. Also, aka the third of the Battle Birds podcast. Got some things coming up with that too, y'all. So stay tuned. Keep your ear to the streets. If you done it already, I appreciate it. But if you have not done it, please make sure you hit that sub button right down there, man. All it takes a little flick of your finger. You know what I mean? Please do that for your boy, man. Almost at 1K. I go forward, then I go back a little bit, then I go back forward. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. My top five reasons why we are going to win the NFC East. We are going to go to the playoffs. And who knows from there? Number 5. I got to go with the big man. Number 91, Fletcher Cox, man. With the addition of Hargrave, who are you going to double? I know we said this about Malik Jackson. I said this. I did say this last year. But you see what happened with Malik Jackson. He gets hurt and come on, man. He wasn't here long enough to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So, you know, and that's another thing. With the addition of Hargrave and Malik Jackson, I think Fletcher Cox will have a major impact. By the end of the season, he started to turn it on. Hopefully, he can keep it going. Even in the Seattle game, he was a cold beast. I'm talking about the playoff game. He was a beast. He was a man amongst boys, as he should be. And he should feel some type of way because they have him dropped all the way at number 5 at the defensive tackle position. Pro Football Focus, of course. Come on, man. Only DT in the game that is better than him is Aaron Donald. That's it. So I think he's going to feel some type of way about that and step up his game. Number 4, I'm going to have to go with Big Play. Big Play is somebody, and you can put him higher. You can put him higher in this situation, but I'm not going to. You know, it's a reason why my number 3 is at number 3, and I'll tell you in a minute. But back at Big Play Slay at number 4. Here's the thing with Big Play Slay. We have not had a corner like him since Lito. It's good to have somebody that you really don't got to worry about that side. Jim Schwartz has not had that since he's been here. He hasn't had that since he left the Lions, but I don't think, of course, Darius Slay wasn't who he was as a rookie. But he hasn't had a player like Darius Slay since Darius Slay. So for him to getting him back, getting Jim Schwartz, that is, getting Darius Slay back, I feel as though it's going to be a major contribution. The reason I put him at 4 because it's an asterisk. It's an asterisk next to Darius Slay's name because of Mr. Jim Schwartz. If he does not follow the number 1 receiver, then he's not going to be able to even be on this list because he's not going to be that much of a factor. He has to follow the best receivers. Point blank, period, and no discussion about it. Number 3. This might shock y'all. I'm going to go with Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson is hungry. Shout out to him and Jalen Hurts out there working out now. You know, just giving your backup quarterback the rhythm, the timing to know you. Because who knows, maybe he got to come in for, we never know. You know, hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm hoping that it doesn't. But the reason that Deshaun Jackson is at number 3, point blank, period, he feels disrespected. He feels disrespected. Now, what I said about Fletcher Cox is I think that he should feel disrespected. I know for a fact Deshaun Jackson feels disrespected. He tweets about it. He puts it on his gram, whatever the case may be. Oh, y'all don't think I'm a number 1 receiver, huh? That's how you feel? Right? So I got to put him at number 3. And the reason I'm putting him at number 3 because I think he's going to be a major impact in the beginning of the season before these young guys get acquainted with Carson Wentz, his arm talent, and you know how dudes run routes and all that kind of stuff. He's going to be a major factor with no Alshon Jeffrey and with just a whole bunch of young kids and probably Goodwin and J.J. Arthur-Whiteside. The rest of it is rookies. So Deshaun Jackson is going to have to step up, and I think he can do that. If he play anything like he played against Washington the first game, and even against, I want to say, Atlanta when he came back, I'm not sure. Leave a comment below. Let me know what game he came back in. But even in that game, you know, he was still trying to do his thing. No, Atlanta, the game that he went out. Even in the beginning of that game, he was balling a little bit. Number two, I got to go with Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson, with all the coaches that you have, with all the brilliance that you have, being behind a Hall of Famer, my opinion, two Hall of Famers, backing up two Hall of Famers in Brett Favre and McNabb. McNabb is not a Hall of Famer yet, but I feel as though he will get in. Backing up two Hall of Famers, you have a lot of knowledge, and we've seen that. We've seen when he turns it on. But the thing I need Doug not to do is just be December Doug. I call him December Doug because I just feel like his mind just goes in different places, and now he's using his players how they're supposed to be used. I need you to do that from the beginning. I need you to do that from September, October, whenever the season starts. I need you to do that from the rip, Doug. And that's why I got you at number 2. You are a head coach. You are the glue to everything. You're the glue to everything. So I got Doug at number 2. Number 1, come on, man. The Wentz wagon, the Bronco, whatever you want to call him, man. My guy, man. Pennsylvania, number 1. Why? The quarterback. He's the quarterback. This team goes as he goes. You seen it last year. When he was having bad games, even when he was having bad games, he still was trying to pull his team out the mud. If it wasn't for drop passes, we're not going to get into all that about last year. I'm just saying, we have the best quarterback and the best coach in the NFC East. And we knocking on having the best quarterback and the best coach in the NFC. Yeah, we knocking on that door. So, they my top 5. I want to know y'all top 5. Comment below. Let me know what is your top 5 reasons why you think, if you think, that we're going to win the NFC East and go to the and go to the playoffs. Second half of this video coming up, but a word from my sponsor, man. Yep. You see it, man. 108 East Baltimore Pike, BBC Bodybuilders Collision. Need a window, need a door, whatever you need. Just need an estimate. BBC got you, man. Bodybuilders Collision. Once again, 108 East Baltimore Pike. Ask for Diddy. Tell him Philly Fresh sent you. Take real good care of you. Now, second half of this video. Shout out to Cam Newton. Love when a black quarterback gets a job. Just got signed to the Patriots. I ain't really going to get into that. Shout out to all the Eagles concert creators that did. But what I want to talk about is what's being swept under the rug, right? Because if we had all these scandals, people don't want to talk about it. If we had it, though, meaning the Philadelphia Eagles, if we had it, there'd be a whole problem. We be the cheaters. We still get talked about for throwing snowballs at Santa over 40 years ago. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, and the New England Patriots have been cheating for over a decade. Who knows? Probably over 2 decades. Spygate, Deflategate. Then the situation that just happened last year with them taping the Cincinnati Bengals sideline, trying to get plays and calls and whatever the case may be. And you know what they get? A slap on the wrist. They get a 3rd round draft pick taken from them. And here why this is significant. That we got to understand that they can get that right back. A lot of people don't know that. The compensatory pick for them If Cam Newton plays, if he plays and they don't re-sign him next year, they get a compensatory pick for Cam Newton. So that's probably a fourth or third rounder. So what have they lost? Nothing. Once again, I don't know if the NFL is scared of Robert Kraft, who once again is under investigation for criminal activity. Don't hear nothing about that, do y'all? I'm always gonna give y'all the real. I'm always gonna tell her how it is. If that was Jerry Lurie, man, I'm telling you, they probably would have been asking him to sell his team or whatever the case may be. A lot of people want to crown the Patriots, you know. Have they been winning Super Bowls? Had they won 6 in the last 20 years? Yes, they had. But how many of them had they cheated? How many of them had they cheated? We all know in 2004 when we lost the Super Bowl, they knew our plays. Go rewatch that Super Bowl. Teddy Bruschi knew a lot of those plays. A lot of them. He knew where Westbrook was going to be. You got to understand, man. Cheaters should not be praised like how the New England Patriots are, man. It's ridiculous. And I don't want to hear it all times not there. I don't give a damn. He was there when all that stuff was going on. He caused the Deflategate. He ain't stand up and say, no, we ain't going to do Spygate. You know what I mean? So, and then he was there again last year when this stuff happens again. A slap on the wrist. But y'all still want to grind us up about snowballs. Come on, man. It's ridiculous, yo. The media, that's all it is. This is what I be trying to tell y'all. This is what I want y'all to understand. It's the media. They gonna push what they want to push. They gonna put in your face what they want to put in your face. Let that have been a black owner. And I'm not trying to make this about race. I'm just trying to say it's a good boys club, good old boys club, whatever you want to call it. And when them dudes do something crazy, it gets swept under the rug. When them teams do something crazy, it gets swept under the rug. Somebody on the Eagles does something crazy. A guy like Carson Wentz does nothing. And they hate on this man. Every chance they get. But yet and still, you have a team that consistently cheats and gets caught for cheating. And what do we do? Or what do they do? Give them a third-round pick. Take a third-round pick and probably give them a third-round pick the next year. So they have lost nothing. Meanwhile, they running around saying, oh, I only lose a third rounder. I can cheat again. Nah, man. I ain't feeling it. But what can I do except for tell y'all how I feel? Y'all know what it is, man.
Stay Philly, stay fresh.